What's up, everyone? Sorry for the rough start. Um, today I'm going to share some top video editing tips for YouTube. I actually got a plan. We have a itinerary, so I can focus this chat, and so we're going to be talking about different software, different programs you can use for video editing, some tips on thumbnails, kind of my general workflow, stock footage, where do you get music, where do you get b-roll, how do you create intros, and how to make the right content, some milestones along the YouTube journey, and what are analytics and how do they help you, build your YouTube channel. So just for some background, I've been doing YouTube for over a decade. Currently I'm managing 3 or 4 channels. The main one is Chic Voyage, and that's seen amazing growth in 2021. Just shy of 5,000 subscribers, growing at a pretty fast rate. Digital Nomads in Asia, almost at 1,000. So appreciate a like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. We're trying to get Digital Nomads in Asia over 1,000, and I want to keep that channel talking about digital nomad video editing, travel content. So yeah, one of the milestones you do have as a YouTuber, the hardest milestone in my opinion is 100 subs. After that, you want to get to 1,000. After 1,000, I noticed that YouTube starts to help you, so it's easier to get 2,000 and so on. So yeah, once the ball is rolling, you got momentum. It's a lot easier. So let's talk about software. So programs that I use include Premiere Pro and Final Cut. In fact, I've got Premiere open, so I might even be able to share my screen, and you can see the program, the project that I'm actually using. So let's just see if we can set this up. Premiere Pro. Okay, hopefully you can see this. There you go. Yeah, so this is Premiere Pro. It's a paid program. I would say this program is a little bit more advanced, and it's buggy, but it's a great program for all types of video editing, from professional corporate interviews, multi-camera angles, multiple video and audio sources. As far as the actual experience of using Premiere Pro, it takes a while to get used to, but I'm used to Adobe's other products, their Photoshop, and you get used to it. It's very different from Final Cut Pro. I'd say there's a steeper learning curve for Adobe Premiere. I like to use Adobe Premiere because you can use on Mac and Windows, so that's one of the advantages. And I actually subscribe to the Adobe Cloud subscription, so then I pay one price. I get all the software from Photoshop, After Effects, which I don't use that much, but so that's a good value in terms of paying initially, but over the longer term, you're going to end up paying more. So the other option is Final Cut Pro. And Final Cut Pro, I don't have here because I'm on my Windows machine. But Final Cut Pro is Mac only. I would say it's just as powerful. Apple has really spent a lot of time to make this a really good program. I remember at the beginning in 2011, and a lot of people were skeptical about Final Cut Pro, but it's proven itself to be a good program. A good starting point, if you do have a Mac, is you can use iMovie, which is free. And if you find you're limited either by multi-camera angles, which you probably don't need to use in your travel videos unless you're doing corporate stuff, iMovie's a great start. It can handle 4K footage. You can do transitions. Where it gets a little bit limited is color grading. If you want to do you want to layer your videos. Actually wait, I think you can do that in iMovie. Yeah, multi-camera angles you can't do, color grading, but for travel videos, it's fine. I love the map intros included in iMovie. Oftentimes, I will go over to iMovie and create a map. The map actually shows you the plane journey. It's built in, so that's awesome. Okay, as far as thumbnails, I can show you my software. I use Adobe Spark, and you don't need thumbnail software, but the thumbnails are so important. Thumbnails can, you know, can bring people in. If you don't have the right thumbnail, people are not going to click in. They're not going to click through. So that's why having a good visual image. Just think about if you were scrolling for a YouTube video, what would you want to click on? What looks exciting, right? So here are just some different thumbnails I've made in Adobe Spark. I like to use a template. I like to use the same font, more or less similar layout. And why I like Adobe Spark is you can create different themes. So I've got different folders for different types of YouTube channels. Excuse me. So yeah, I've got different folders. I mean, I try to organize it. I'm not doing a great job here, but you can do things like duplicate from a thumbnail, so you can remix something and you have a good starting point. You don't have to recreate the fonts. It's just a time saver. So I think this has been a critical tool as a YouTuber to time save. And another great thing is if we're creating a thumbnail, we can access the built-in stock photos. So I'll just show you an example. This thumbnail here I actually created today, and I used the included thumbnails. So if you go to find free photos, I think it uses Pixabay. So you got all sorts of stock photos you can use for a thumbnail, like cryptocurrency and travel, and yeah, and whatnot. So Adobe Spark has been great. I actually have a course just on this if you do want to do a deep dive. And that's been, yeah, I think a really important tool as part of doing a YouTube channel. Also, if you're doing social media graphics, it's got great templates for all the different social media platforms. Okay, so general workflow after I've done my video is, I'll take the footage out of the memory card. This is the camera that I use, Panasonic GH5. So a lot of these cameras, they use memory cards. So when you get home, after you're done, you got to back up the videos from the memory card. Got to put them in the computer. So I import the footage, and then I start planning out the story. Actually, you should already have kind of the story in mind if you can before you even go shoot. But let's just say that, okay, you got the story. What's next? You probably want to find some music. So let's talk about stock footage and B-roll. In fact, I'll actually just share the site that I use to get stock footage and B-roll. So I got a subscription right now to Storyblocks. And I'm just going to back up a second. Why do you want to use stock footage? What is stock footage? So stock footage and music are important if you want to kind of change the scene, set the mood. And have you ever seen a video where someone's talking and then they might talk about something else, and then you see that's what we call B-roll or stock footage. So it adds production value. It can mask mistakes. So we search for Bitcoin. We're on Storyblocks now. So this is a paid software, but it's a good value. You can get music, you can get sound effects, and pretty much anything. I can type in here, I can type in New Zealand, and then we get New Zealand videos. So I'm free to download and use these videos in my YouTube videos. So if I'm telling a story, excuse me. So if I'm telling a story and I don't have that footage in my collection, let's just say a drone photo of New Zealand, chances are it's going to be in this library. So there's videos, there's music, and photos, and even After Effects templates for those of you that you like to do motion graphics. Yeah, so that's Storyblocks. Let's just unshare that. I think something happened there. Yeah, so stock footage is really important for keeping retention, and yeah, just adds production value. Okay, so the last thing we'll talk about are analytics. So yeah, I can just quickly share my Digital Nomad in Asia YouTube channel. This one is still growing, so it's a good example. It does take time to really gain momentum, especially when you're under 1,000 videos. Now, I can tell you, I've been working on this one for a while now. And yeah, so I think it's a good example. So we can see here our very important stats. This is the Creator Studio app. So this is behind the scenes, the dashboard. So you can see what are your top videos. And this is a Digital Nomad channel. So we can actually see here over the past 28 days, the most popular videos, which mean number of views and view duration, are Penang, Malaysia, pros and cons of Bali. And then we have, yeah, that one's weird, the snoring one. Some cryptocurrency I've been experimenting with, and unboxing. So like a computer, Mac unboxing and review for any tech. So it's a mixture here in the top 10. You can change this from 28 days to over the past year to get broader patterns. And on my other channel, which is monetized, you can actually see which videos actually earn the most ad dollars. So yeah, I've actually got videos on that. But yeah, like over the past month, I can see a consistent pattern. So one of the tips that I have is, obviously I should be focusing more on these types of videos that are doing well over a year. So pros and cons of Bali and Penang, Malaysia, and yeah, travel, air shopping, and unboxings. So that does well. I also did a random one, how to fix your induction hot plate. So longer term is good, but you should also look at shorter term too. 7 days, 28 days. 7 days, you can sort of pick up the trending videos. And because sometimes you'll do content like cryptocurrency and yeah, that type of stuff changes quite often. So hope you found this helpful, this live stream. Let me know by liking and subscribing. If you do want to learn more about video editing, whether it's on Adobe, Final Cut Pro, or if you want to learn Adobe Spark, I have the Content Creator Academy at phantom3.teachable.com. Got a subscription. I got over 25 courses. In fact, let me just stop talking about it and I'll take you there. And share screen. Love to share the screen sharing here. Okay, so you can see that. I'll just full screen it. Yeah, so this is the Content Creator Academy. So for 39 bucks, You get access to something like over 30 courses. We have cryptocurrency for beginners, video podcasting, how to fly and earn with a drone, how to build an app, even Photoshop essentials, live streaming. Yeah, so you just click there on the all access, and it's good value. You get access to 30 courses, $39 a month. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, and good luck creating your videos.